Hi guys,
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Jazz.
And we're from
Caitlin and Jazz Books.
Why do you say
Books, because it sounds cool.
And anyway, today
We are doing our
July wrap up and August TBR.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, we're aware this is a day early, but I'm going away tomorrow, so we can't film and upload them.
Oh my god, it's like halfway through the year and what am I doing with my life?
Sleep. I'm reading. Eat.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Read. Repeat. So yeah, we'll just get straight on because there's a fair for you.
Yeah.
Mostly for
You've read more than me. One I read this month was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, or however you want to say it. I really enjoyed it. It's basically about an assassin. Ex-assassin. Yeah, it's about an ex-assassin who's been captured and was working in the mines, but she gets offered a job as the... she gets...
She's not offered a job.
Well, she kind of is.
She's offered a place in a tournament to compete for a job.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. By the king. And there's some ish going on with the other competitors, who's basically trying to kill all the other competitors before. And then she has to unravel the mystery of who it is and why they're doing it. And there's a little bit of sneaky romance going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a
I'm gonna
win-win.
ship them.
It's pretty good. I think I either gave it a 4. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's pretty good. Just go check it out.
Where's your next one now?
Okay. The next one I read this month was The Spook Secret by Joseph Delaney. And this is becoming like one of my most rapidly favourite series. I read this in about 2 days. It's pretty good. The writing's quite big, but whatever. It's quite an easy read. Like, the language is quite simplistic, but it's got really good stories. It's mostly about curses and witches and all this ish going on. I don't know why I keep saying ish.
Yeah, twice.
All that ish. 3. The third book I read this month was All Fall Down by Sally Nichols. Sally Nichols, you're probably not watching, but if you are, why? Okay, so it's a story about the Black Death, so as you can imagine it's very, very happy. Basically, people were dying every page, as you would probably expect with something about the Black Death. But the thing is, after about 200 pages it could have easily stopped, but it carried on for another 100 pages, and there was quite a few unrealistic things going on. So, it wasn't relevant to the plot because they ended up in the same place that they would have had it not happened in the first place. Plus my favourite character died in the unnecessary bit.
My favourite character died. But it wasn't in any of these books, so it's fine.
It's fine. But like, seriously, why'd you do that? I'll be honest, this wasn't the best book I've ever read by Sally Nichols, and I've got all of her books. They are up here. Don't know if you can see them, but I've got all of her books. And they're all really good, so I was kind of disappointed by this. I think I gave it 2.5 stars, so it was alright, but you better up your game, Sally. I need more literature. Okay. So the last book I, quote-unquote, read this month was Shadows by Ilsa J. Bick. See, the thing is, I like the first one in this series. Got a bit complicated at the end. I thought, it's fine, they usually answer the questions at the start of the next book. I gave this 1 out of 5 stars, and I only got 100 pages in. In other words, I did not finish this book. I only got about, I don't know, about this far in, maybe? This far, if you're lucky. I did not enjoy this book. It shimmers though, it's a cool cover.
As good as the Hunger Games or your money back.
It does lead you to a website, but CBA. You can go on a website. To be honest, I did read the first one about 5 months ago, so I kind of forgot what happened at the end of the first one. So I did do a bit of research on ye old Google and try and find...
Finished.
Well.
So the first one is sort of 2 in 1. And that's Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, which was a good 600 pages. And then it had a short story at the back, which counted as good on Goodreads as another book. So obviously I counted it as another book. So this was 2 in 1. And this is like a follow-on after City of Heavenly Fire, following the Blackthorn family and Emma Carstairs, who's sort of in the Blackthorn family. And one of their siblings comes back after being taken, and they're trying to solve murders, basically. And it's amazing. If you've read The Mortal Instruments and you have not yet read this, I would read it, like, now. But I would recommend reading Infernal Devices first because there are characters from that which come back into this. And obviously Emma's from cast as like a family line, so Gem's in the same family as her. But yeah, it's amazing. And then The Long Conversation, which is the second one I read, is a short story of the Mortal Instruments gang. My heart couldn't take it. But the end, Cassie, why did you do that to us? Why did she leave it there?
When you love an author so much, you give them your own nickname.
Oh my god, I have a story to tell you.
You have a story to tell me.
But yeah, so good. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, Lady Midnight, and I gave Long Conversation 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh.
It's Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, which Jasmine's basically wrapped up already. The only thing I would add is... What would I add?
What would you add?
Ex-assassin gets taken to do... Oh yeah, one thing I liked about this was the friendship between her and another character, her guard. The friendship.
Yes.
Because I liked there being not a
I liked
love triangle. Because it wasn't so much a love triangle, it was more a love interest and a really close friendship, and I liked that.
I think he has a sneaky crush on her.
Yes,
I
so do
reckon he does.
Yeah.
I reckon that is a love triangle love.
It will cut,
But for now,
it's not. But yeah, I like that. So I give that 5 out of 5 stars. And then the fourth one I read was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. So good. Okay. This is about a girl called Feyre who kills an enchanted like beast animal thing, and then the leader from like the fairy realm comes to take her as his prisoner for punishment for her killing the beast, well, the wolf. And it's basically her like, I don't know, because I really ship them for one thing. And again, there was a really nice like friendship, which wasn't a love triangle, which I liked. Oh
I
gosh.
see a theme here with her books.
Yeah. And then the ending got really interesting, very interesting. And then I was so annoyed because I'd heard a lot of things about Rhysand, however you want to say it, and I really wanted to like him, but I really do not. And I'm really annoyed about that. But yeah, so Court of Thorns and Roses, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. The fifth book I read this month is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, which I gave 2 stars, which I should have given 1.5 stars because I did not enjoy this. Like, one thing, I don't like these floppy pages which they have going on.
I love them.
Thing, I don't like this like spine that comes out. That's not necessary. So yeah, these are the appearances things that I don't like, and I don't particularly love the cover either.
I love
But
it.
I mean,
It's great. It's a
okay,
good cover.
that's just with the physical book. When we get into the actual book, I'm not sure if it's because I read it after 2 Sarah J Maas books, or my friend was reading Mortal Instruments, so I was very caught up in like what she was reading, and I wanted to be reading what she was reading. I just didn't enjoy it. It's basically about a girl called Amy who gets swept up by a tornado into the wonderful mystical land of Oz.
Gee, we haven't heard that story before.
Yeah. And Oz is like in ruins. Why? Because of Dorothy. And like, I don't even know. There was a bunch of characters which I just didn't care about. And then there was this character who I mildly liked, and I was like, yeah, cool, that's going to be her cool sidekick. And then she died in like the first 100 pages. And then the one character I did actually like died.
Everyone died.
And the cover is a lie. I'm just going to say that. I just don't like it.
I'm reading that next month.
I just don't like it. So yeah, Dorothy Must Die. I could say a lot more about it, but I won't.
Smack their book.
I read the 6th book.
6.
It was Fallen in Love by Lauren Kate, which is a selection of 4 short stories in between Passion and Rapture of Fallen series, and it's like on a Valentine's Day in medieval England, and it's got 4 sets of couples. There's Miles and Shelby for one of them. There's Roland and his love interest. There's Ariane and her love interest, and then there's obviously Luce and Daniel. And I gave this 3 stars out of 5. I read this in one sitting. I was quite enjoying it, but I did find a mistake in the book because it goes chapter 1, 2, 2, 4, 3. I was like, okay. But yeah.
Wait, who's Shelby? I can't remember.
Shelby, you haven't met her. Oh no, you have. She's the really annoying one that had a relationship with Daniel for a time. Anyway.
That's it. I remember.
And the next one I read, the last one I read this month was Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, which is abnormally massive. It's only 400 pages, but it's massive. Anyway, I read this in 2 days, and I give this 5 stars because it's very good. But it does feel like a sort of... I was getting really Mockingjay vibes from it, like so many Mockingjay vibes. And it feels like a sort of build-up book to the, like, it feels like a build-up to war book, as in a sort of, like, they were fighting for, like, a mini cause, and then it all blew up at the end. And I don't get at all how there's going to be a third book, because there is 2 ways the ending could have gone. And I'm going towards the, like, bad ending. And it could be really bad, or it could just be mildly bad. I'm going towards the really bad one. And if it's the really bad one, then I don't get how there can be another book. But, yeah, characters that didn't need to die, died. I'm just going to say that. And, yeah. Also, she just sort of left her family behind. And then you never heard from them again until right at the end.
But there might be another book.
Yeah, there is another book.
Well, there you go then.
The King's Crown, I want to say.
When does it come out?
2017, I think.
My current read is Passion by Lauren Kate, the author of the Fallen series. This is the 3rd book in the series. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm about, I don't know, a third of the way through. And at the end of Torment, something happens which leads us nicely into this book. And she's doing a lot of travelling and exploring her past lives. And it's very romantic and lovely.
I looked up what it was. It's a fantasy romance. That's why.
I think it's definitely more of a contemporary with a side story of angels.
No, it's fantasy romance. I looked up on Wikipedia.
Well, in my opinion, it's just a contemporary.
Wikipedia doesn't lie. Anyway.
I was gonna say it does lie. My TBR for the next month, Dorothy Must Die. See, I'm interested to read this now because she didn't like it, and I kind of want to like it because you didn't like it, if that makes sense. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Okay, the second book I plan to read next month is Mind Games by Terry Terry, who is now one of my new favourite authors, and I actually love her so much. Her books are so good. I have no idea what this is about. I just saw her name on the cover and I was like, right, getting this thing. I think this is part of a trilogy that she's writing or something. I know there's another book after this, so I don't know if there's like another one after that or not. I think the next one's called Dangerous Games, but this is Mind Games. I know it's a dystopian book, but I don't know what it's about, so I can't really say much about it. I'll let you know. There. And I put it on
I'm
top.
really annoyed that you're reading this before me, because I bought it before her, and the reason she bought it is because I had it.
No, I didn't buy it. It's because I saw,
On my TBR.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah?
I saw Sasha do it in a video. And I
Did
thought
you?
And I thought that looks interesting.
Yeah, that's what
And
you
then
did
I
with
saw
Soda
it.
Glass.
Yeah, and then
That's
I...
on my TBR.
No.
The Soda Glass, yeah?
No, I saw it because Sasha liked it.
No. Alright, I'll explain to you afterwards.
Okay. I feel hurt now. I'm not copying you, I promise. The last one I plan to read is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. Alexandra Bracken.
Is Alexandra?
Alexandra.
I thought it was Alexander. It's a girl.
It's a girl on the back cover. All I know about this is it's about someone...
Time travel.
I was getting there. Who time travels in order to do something. It's basically modern day Doctor Who. So I'm really looking forward to that. I love time travel books so much. Hence why I love Passion at the moment. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this.
Passion's good.
I would have done 4 books in my TBR, but the thing is this is quite a long book. It's over 400 pages, so I thought, let's not be too ambitious there. So, there we go. There's my wrap up in TBR.
I went to get up and I couldn't read.
You couldn't read.
It's Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. Wow.
You do love her, don't you?
I bought all of her books yesterday.
All of them?
Yeah. I had to get the Court of Thorns and Roses back, and to do that I had to buy 3 books, so I bought the rest of the series. And it was 3 for £10. I was at Yalk.
I wanted to go to the soup.
Anyway, yeah. So this is the second one. And basically it follows on from the end of the last one when she's working for someone and she's having to do things for him which she doesn't particularly want to do. And I've only read 22 pages, so I can't really say much, but it's really good from what I've read.
You're going to do a Yalk haul? Or
I'll
Yalk...
do it at the end. Oh,
I mean in another video.
in another video, yeah, I'm going to do a Yalk
And
haul.
that stands for Young Adults Literary Convention, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in London. It's a small book, it's like 42 pages, it's a little short story, and that's King of Rats by Melinda Salisbury, who
You met?
I met yesterday, and this was like a special little book which you could get at Yelp only.
Ooh.
When I got it.
I'm so jealous.
And she signed it, and she was so nice. I did, however, learn that Twyla is not how you pronounce it.
How do you pronounce it?
Twyla.
Twitter.
But, because I
No.
asked her, but she said she used to call it Twyla, but then she went somewhere and everyone was calling it her Twilla, and she was like, okay, Twilla, and then it's been Twilla, so it's technically both. And I told her that when I have a child, it's going to be named Twyla, and she was like, oh, thank you, and I was like, yeah, thank you for writing books, and so she signed them for me.
Aww.
Yeah.
She sounds cool.
So that's the first one. The second book, I'm going to do these all on my tape, by the way. The second book is Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard, which I also bought yesterday. And these include the short stories Queen Song and Steel Scars, which I do believe are in between Red Queen and Glass Source. I've technically done it incorrectly, but I don't really care. And I think this follows Farley. But I don't really know much about it because you can't pick up much from the back. But yeah, so I think it's about Farley. So I'm excited about that. And then the next book I'm going to be reading this month is massive. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
I've just seen Snape on
Yeah,
the back.
yeah, he's gorgeous.
Oh my
Sexy
God.
thing. This, however, is like 780,
Have fun.
90.
See, the thing is, I had no childhood when I was younger, so I had all
It's
the time in the
exactly
world.
800 pages.
See, here's the thing. I had no childhood until about the age of 11, so I had all the time in the world to read these, so you're just late.
Yeah, I know. But I think Luna comes into this one, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
And Luna's my
Wait,
favourite character. So I'm not going to bother explaining this because you all know what it's about. And if you don't, you really should.
yeah. Where have you been?
Yeah. But this is the biggest one in the series, I think. From my books, it's the biggest one in the series. Exactly 800 pages. But I'm very excited to be reading this
Enjoy
because it's taken me a while.
Yeah.
The next book I'm planning to read this month is The Invisible Library, which I also got yesterday. Here's like a recurring theme. You see, I have no idea what this is about because I haven't bothered to read the back yet. But it looks cool. It's shiny.
So you just bought it because
No,
everyone
it
else
was wrapped up.
Oh, okay.
It was like wrapped up. And you bought one and then you unwrapped it and see what it was, and I got this.
So it was like a little lucky dip.
Yeah.
With books. That's cool.
So yeah. And then the final book I'm planning to read this month I've had since I got Sabrina, which was a year and a half ago.
Nice introduction.
Love Rosie!
Actually,
The
it
movie
was
cover.
Where
It was
Rainbows End.
Where Rainbows End. It was called Where Rainbows End. Then the film came out and they named this one Love Rosie, previously published as Where Rainbows End, by Cecilia Ahern. And if you haven't seen the film, which you should do if you haven't, it follows Rosie and what's his name? Don't tell me.
Finnick.
Alex.
Finnick.
Sam Claslin. It follows Rosie and Alex from like childhood to old years, I do believe. This is all written in letters and it's about their complicated lives. Yeah. And this is the movie cover, so it has Sam Claflin and Lily Collins. So it has Finnick and my favourite Clary. What more could you need in a book cover except for Serena, which has Jennifer Lawrence on it. But it's a terrible book. I thought we'd just show you our bags, which
You got
from
for
Yelp
us
yesterday.
from Yelp, because you're a lovely
This
friend.
one's the Mortal Instruments
You hold
bag,
mine up because I can't
which
actually hold
was my one, and this is the one I got for her.
it. It says books with bite me. I think I'd get some very strange looks if I actually went out, but I am going to because it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And then there was also a Red Queen bag, a Yalk bag. There were so many bags.
Did you buy them all?
Yes. They all came with books, okay? It's not my fault. They just kept coming.
I'm really jealous actually. I really wanted to go. But yeah.
Anyway,
so
yeah,
thank you very
thanks
much for watching.
Sorry if this is really long. There were about 50 books in. As you can tell, seeing as you just watched it. If you watched all of it. If you got this far, comment your favourite emoji.
Well done.
Mine's
so
this.
leave. I don't have emojis on my
I'll
phone
show
because I
you.
have an old school phone. So thanks. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And
We're
we'll
so
see
nearly
you.
to 60. We've got
Yeah.
59, and we love all of you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.